It started with a question, one that didn't come with flashing lights or dramatic music, but lingered in the back of my mind like an echo. Why did he do that? We've all been there, haven't we? Someone smiles at you, then stabs you in the back the next day. A friend suddenly goes cold, and you're left replaying every conversation. Or maybe it's you. You act on a gut instinct and regret it instantly. Why do people do what they do? Why do you? Welcome to the quiet storm of human behavior, where every gesture hides a motive and every word is only half the truth. Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature doesn't just answer these questions. It pulls the curtain back, revealing what really drives people, not just their words, but their deepest emotional programming. This isn't pop psychology. It's survival-level insight. And once you see the laws at work, you can never unsee them. Hello, I am Alloy, and welcome to Audiofybooks, where you will find excellent audio summaries of books in a very easy and interesting way. If you want to learn from new books, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with today's book. We begin with the law that governs us all. People are emotional, far more than they are rational. Greene shows us how emotions act like puppet strings pulling at our decisions, even when we think we're being logical. From the furious CEO firing someone out of spite to the teenager storming out over a text message, our emotions dictate our responses more than we'd like to admit. And unless we understand this in ourselves, we're just reacting, not choosing. One of the most fascinating truths Greene reveals is that we all wear masks. Social life demands it. We smile when we're sad. We nod when we disagree. We act strong when we feel lost. But over time, the mask sticks. We forget it's even there. And just like that, people begin to live not from their authentic selves, but from the persona they think others want. Greene urges us to look behind these masks, not just in others, but in ourselves. Because behind every smiling colleague or confident influencer is a tangled web of fear, insecurity, and dreams. Reading this book is like putting on X-ray glasses. You start seeing behaviors as clues, not conclusions. Someone brags, they're likely insecure. Someone avoids conflict at all costs, they might be hiding a deep fear of abandonment. The laws Greene lays out make you more observant, not judgmental, just wise. You stop taking things personally and start interpreting them accurately. One of the most haunting parts of the book is Greene's dive into narcissism. Not the social media kind, but the ancient, deep kind. The kind that quietly creeps into our need to be seen, acknowledged, admired. He explains that everyone is narcissistic to some degree, but what separates the dangerous from the balanced is self-awareness. If you can see your own hunger for validation, you can control it. If not, it controls you. There's a chapter that could honestly save relationships, Greene's law of empathy. He argues that if we can train ourselves to truly see the world through others' eyes, not just pretend empathy, but deep emotional mirroring, we can form connections that last. He's not saying become a doormat. He's saying know their story so you can speak to their heart, not just their ears. And then, the darker side, toxic people. Greene doesn't just say avoid them. He shows us why they exist. He reveals the wounds, the manipulation tactics, the patterns they follow, and more importantly, he teaches us how to disarm them gracefully, without drama, without becoming like them in the process. But what I love most is how Greene turns the lens inward. It's not just about decoding others. It's about mastering your nature, your impulses, your reactions, your patterns. He reminds us self-mastery is power, not the loud kind, the quiet, unshakable kind. And just when you think it can't go deeper, he ends with what may be the most important law, the law of transcendence. That as humans, we are not stuck. We are not slaves to our past. We can evolve, but only if we're willing to do the uncomfortable work of self-awareness, compassion, and disciplined action. This book doesn't just make you smarter. It makes you calmer, sharper, wiser. It helps you walk into a room and actually see people, not just their faces, but their fears, their desires, their unspoken hopes. And once you can do that, you no longer react. You respond with strength, with clarity, with grace. And maybe, just maybe, that's what it means to be fully human. Thank you for listening to Audiofybooks. If you found this journey through human nature eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, keep learning, keep evolving, and keep seeing the truth behind the masks.